Hey everybody, this is Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and I've got a quick comic book haul video for you today. Now these are some books I've been picking up from Heritage Auctions, and I've got a very nice book from my local LCS that I want to show off. These are books that I plan on holding in the PC for a little bit, and one of them in particular I plan on reselling because I've got another copy of it in the queue ready to be cleaned and pressed anyway to go to CGC. So let's get into it. So let's start off with the book I picked up from my LCS last week. They had it on their wall, and everybody should recognize this. This is Sensational She-Hulk Number One. This is the John Byrne stories and everything. And I've got this. This is the book I've got in the queue right now to be cleaned and pressed, my own personal copy. This is the second one I just picked up. I paid a little bit of money for this, but I determined that the value on this is definitely worth getting it graded. After I put it through a nice little clean and press, there are some defects along the edge here, but nothing's color breaking. It looked really nice. I think I'm going to come out ahead on this one in the end. That's why I went ahead and spent the money on it. But I'm very happy about that. If I get this one in there quick enough, I may be able to send both copies in at the same time. But this one's got some pretty nice value if you can get that high grade, that 9.8, that 9.6. So I thought it was worth the risk. We'll see how it does. Alright, and then a little box from Heritage Auctions right here. This actually makes up 2 orders over the last couple weeks that I've been getting in, and most of these are the ones that are for the PC. And this one in particular is my all-time favorite comic. This is my favorite comic of all time. If you ever read this issue, the art is outstanding. You've got an all-out battle between the Lethal Legion and the Avengers. You've got Tom Palmer and John Buscema on the artwork here. It's just absolutely fantastic. I think that right now this is my all-time favorite comic book of any comic out there. I would take this, I would take any page from this. In fact, I had a chance to buy one of the really nice pages at the time, a couple years ago at the Comic-Con, and they only wanted $9,000 for it. So I had to kind of pass on that. But it was nice being able to see that from this issue. I do own a few pages from this era, not from this particular issue, but from some of the surrounding issues I do own. And I know they're pretty valuable as well, but this is the issue I would have loved to have owned a piece of original artwork from. But in the meantime, I'm real happy with this. This was a 9.0. I got it for a really good price. I will look to upgrade this at some point, but for right now, I'm very happy to have this as a 9.0 in my collection. Alright, and then I've got from another order from Heritage, I picked up a few things. Now I picked this up. This is Dark Knight Returns number 2. This is the second issue, the Frank Miller story, the classic story. Got a 9.6 on this. I had actually sold my copy of this, my own copy that I had bought off the newsstand back in 1986. I had got it graded. I got a 9.6 on it, and I ended up selling that as part of a lot. And I think I had 9.6s on all 4 of the issues. I had all 4 of them graded as a 9.6, and I ended up selling those. And at the time, it was necessary to sell, and I was happy to do it, but I saw this one pop up, and I keep an eye on some of these prices on this. I would love to have a 9.8. In fact, I did get a 9.8 on issue number 1 for the PC. And again, that was another one of those copies that came from my original collection. I bought those off the newsstand, and I've been looking to replace those, but I'm replacing them as 9.8s. But with this one in mind, I saw this as a 9.6, and I saw that it went for a pretty low price for what I felt like a 9.6 should have gone for. So I went ahead and picked it up. This one's going to be completely for resale, but I'm going to hold on to it for a little while. I think the values on these will come back. We've been watching a lot of the comic book market drop recently, and I think this one dropped down an awful lot, and I don't know why, but it is, I just think that was there was a lot of value in this, and the price I paid was fantastic. So I think I'm going to hold on to this, and hopefully the market will rebound and be worth a little bit more than I paid for it. Alright. Now, this is a book that wasn't necessarily in my PC, or wasn't something for my PC, but I saw it come up. It is Captain Marvel. This is issue number 19. There's nothing really too significant about this, but at a 9.4 and the price I paid for it, I felt like it was a really good buy to invest in, just a high-grade copy of an early Captain Marvel. And it is part of a collection, and I think it's the Oregon collection. You can see the little decal right here. They don't have the specialty label, but they do have the decals, and I was noticing a lot from this collection in that particular Heritage Auction sale from I think a week or two weeks ago. And I didn't buy it because of that, but I bought it because I thought a 9.4 at this was a really good value. It's a really nice copy. I mean, there's not anything significant that you can even see that's wrong with this. Just, general aging of the book, just absolutely just gorgeous. And it's got white pages, and I'm really happy with this. This is going to stay in the PC for a little bit, but I'll see if anybody's ever interested in this one. This is definitely one I don't need to keep in my collection, but for the time being, it's a very nice piece. And then the last book I've got in this video today was a book I've been wanting to pick up for a long time. It's Godzilla Number One, and if you watched any of the videos, there's a lot of videos right now from other YouTubers that deal with comics that this book is getting talked about a lot. And I've always kind of wanted it. It never had issue 1. I had issue number 2 and a lot of the issues after that, but I never had number 1. And they start to get really pricey at a 9.8, and 9.6 I've been watching the prices uptick a little bit, so I settled for a 9.4. I paid probably a good, wasn't a cheap price for the 9.4, but I was happy with it. I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. But I'll tell you something, when I bought this book and I got it out and I checked it right here, and there is a lot of what I feel like are pressable defects on this cover. I see non-breaking spine tick creases. There's a crease goes down the cover here. I think there was a finger bend someplace on one of the edges, and I think it was mostly on the front. But I think this was a super nice copy that I'm surprised actually got a 9.4, because there's definitely some issues right down through. It's not even on the spine, it's down about an inch in right there where my finger is right now. And I think that this right here is a candidate to break open, and I'm going to repress it. And I'm not doing it to really increase the value so I can increase what I could possibly sell it for, although that's definitely in the back of my mind a little bit. It's really about presenting this book better than it really is. I'm kind of disappointed with this damage, and I think it could be improved greatly. And even if I want to keep it in the PC, I think I could break this out and improve it enough to get it to a 9.6. And again, this is a PC book for me at this stage of my life. I love this book. I love this cover, and I think that's going to be a project. I think I'll work on the video and the breaking out of this. I'm not too keen on breaking out a brand new slab, which is what this is, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it and work on the book and then just resubmit it. And I don't have any qualms about that, as I said, because it's going to be for the PC, and we'll see what I do, what happens. Like I said, I think I can get this damage out. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. Quick little video. I hope you like these books. What do you think of these books? I think there's some really good ones here. I can't wait to get the She-Hulk into the press and see how that one comes out. And we'll get that one into the CGC at some point. And that's it. Guys, quick video today. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to you later.